सो गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीबॉडी, माई सेल्फ आचार्य विश्वेंद्र। आज माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम पे आपसे बात करूँगा। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम। इसको समझने के लिए हमें क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन से स्टार्ट करते हैं। आप अपने आप से पूछें कि एक मिनट में कितने सेकंड होते हैं। पहला क्वेश्चन। आई होप आपका आंसर आ गया होगा। दूसरा क्वेश्चन, एक घंटे में कितने सेकंड होते हैं। और थर्ड क्वेश्चन, एक दिन में कितने सेकंड होते हैं। तो अभी जो आपके साथ हो रहा है, जो आप अंदर से कर रहे हैं, वो एक एल्गोरिथम कहलाता है, जिसको हम कहते हैं माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम। जैसे आपने अगर आंसर निकाला 1 मिनट इज 60 सेकेंड, सो थोड़ा सा ऑब्जर्व करें अपने आप को, थोड़ा सा प्रेजेंट में आए। जब मैंने आपसे ये क्वेश्चन पूछा नहीं था तो आपको थोड़ा अलग फील हो रहा होगा, किसी विचार में आप खोए होंगे, किसी प्रोसेसिंग सिस्टम में कुछ प्रोसेस आप कर रहे होंगे। जैसे मैंने आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछा, आपका ध्यान खिंचा होगा, आपका फोकस शिफ्ट हुआ होगा, और आपके अंदर एक सिस्टम बना हुआ है जिसको बिलीफ सिस्टम कहते हैं या माइंड ब्रेन सिस्टम कहते हैं। तो उस सिस्टम ने एक वर्क किया होगा और एक एल्गोरिथम आपने यूज किया होगा आंसर फाइंड करने के लिए। आई थिंक पहला क्वेश्चन सबसे आसान है, आपको फील भी नहीं हुआ होगा कि आपके अंदर कुछ हुआ। सेकंड क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, आपको थोड़ा सा ऑकवर्ड लगा होगा, क्योंकि इसमें मल्टी स्टेप्स हैं। तो 3600 सेकेंड आ जाएगा, बट इसको कैलकुलेट करने के लिए आपको अंदर से थोड़ा सा कुछ किंतु परंतु फील हुआ होगा। आपको ऐसा फील हुआ होगा कि आपके अंदर एक सिस्टम ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेसिंग वर्क कर रहा है। और जो थर्ड क्वेश्चन है, इसको सॉल्व करना आपको काफ़ी जटिल लगा होगा, थोड़ा सा एंजाइटी आपको हुआ होगा, कॉम्प्लेक्स है क्योंकि। तो एक दिन में 86,400 सेकेंड होते हैं। एज्यूम दैट 1 डे इज 24 आवर्स, तो उसमें कोई कन्फ्यूजन नहीं होना चाहिए। तो ये मैंने एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन दिया कि जब हम किसी क्वेश्चन का सॉल्यूशन डिज़ाइन करते हैं, तो सॉल्यूशन को डिज़ाइन करने के लिए हमारा माइंड ब्रेन सिस्टम एक एल्गोरिथम को फॉलो करता है। और आप कितने अच्छे हैं किसी काम में, कितने शार्प आपके प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग स्किल्स हैं, या लाइफ में अगर हम बात करूं, कोई एग्ज़ाम आप क्रैक कर पाएंगे कि नहीं, इट इज़ प्राइमरीली ड्यू टू योर माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम्स। तो वो माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम ही है जो एक डिफरेंस क्रिएट करता है एक सक्सेसफुल स्टूडेंट में और एक अनसक्सेसफुल में, एक अच्छे प्रोफेशनल में, एक बुरे प्रोफेशनल में, एक ऐसे व्यक्ति में जो इमोशंस में उलझा है, उसको हर जगह समस्याएं दिखाई देती हैं, नेगेटिविटीज़ दिखाई देती हैं, हमेशा रोता रहता है जीवन में, और एक ऐसा व्यक्ति जो सॉल्यूशन ओरिएंटेड है, जो सॉल्यूशंस देखता है, जो डील कर पाता है इमोशनल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट से। तो सारा डिफरेंस आपके माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम्स का है। तो इसलिए आज ये टॉपिक हमने चुना, माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम। अब देखते हैं इसमें क्या क्या कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं। तो किसी भी माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम के 3 हिस्से या 3 कंपोनेंट्स आप कह सकते हैं। फर्स्ट इज इंफॉर्मेशन, सेकंड इज द प्रोसेस, एंड थर्ड इज द एनर्जी। इन्हीं तीनों कंपोनेंट से मिलकर कोई भी माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम आपका डिजाइन होता है। और ये अगर आप एआई की बात करें तो कोई भी एआई वो भी इन तीनों सिस्टम्स पे चलता है, बट उसमें एनर्जी इलेक्ट्रिकल फॉर्म में होता है, हमारे अंदर एनर्जी इमोशंस की फॉर्म में होता है। ये थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस है, बाकी पूरा सिस्टम वही है। कोई भी आप एआई बेस्ड सिस्टम बनाएंगे, एनर्जी तो उसमें भी चाहिए। भाई आप लैपटॉप पे सर्च करेंगे, कंप्यूटर पे सर्च करेंगे, गूगल पे सर्च करेंगे, चैट जीपीटी यूज़ करेंगे, ग्रोक यूज़ करेंगे और जेमिनी यूज़ करेंगे, अल्टीमेटली वो ऑपरेशन होने के लिए एनर्जी तो कहीं ना कहीं यूज़ होगा ना। तो इट इज़ सेम फॉर ह्यूमन बींग्स ऑल्सो। डिफरेंस ये है कि हमारे अंदर जो एनर्जीज है जनरली वो भी वो इमोशंस की फॉर्म में हमें फील होता है। आप देख लीजिए, मान लीजिए आपको भी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है, मैंने जैसे ही आपको क्वेश्चन दिया, आपने क्यों उसको सॉल्व किया? व्हाट वाज द ड्राइविंग फोर्स? द ड्राइविंग फोर्स वाज, या तो आप लर्न करना चाहते थे, सीखना चाहते थे, या बताना चाहते कि मेरे को क्या आता है। ईगो आप कह सकते हैं, सेल्फ एस्टीम कह सकते हैं आपको। सो देयर आर ड्राइविंग फोर्सेस विद इन यू, देयर आर इमोशंस विद इन यू व्हिच आर ऑपरेटिंग योर एंटायर सिस्टम। So whatever we think, whatever we do, it's all because of an algorithm. जिसी को माइंड ब्रेन एल्गोरिथम कहा जाता है, इसलिए कहा जाता है कि दुनिया एक माया है, क्योंकि हम अपने अंदर से, हमारे अंदर एक पूरा मैट्रिक्स बना हुआ है, बिलीफ सिस्टम्स बने हुए हैं जो हमारे हर डिसीजन पे इम्पैक्ट डाल रहे हैं। कुछ है हमारे अंदर जो लगातार डेवलप हो रहा है, और हम जो हो चुके हैं उससे लगातार कंसल्टेशन में रहते हैं। तो ये पूरा एल्गोरिथम आपके अंदर रन कर रहा है, और जब से आप पैदा हुए और जब तक आप मरेंगे तब तक पूरा एल्गोरिथम आपके अंदर चलेगा, आप उसको अपडेट करेंगे. इट्स लाइक अपडेटिंग योर सॉफ्टवेयर. तो somebody has rightly said that learning starts from the womb and it goes to the top. तो वैसा ही है, एल्गोरिथम का पूरा खेल है. और अगर हम बात करें सक्सेस और फेलियर्स की, इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ एल्गोरिथम्स ऑफ द माइंड ब्रेन सिस्टम, जिसके 3 हिस्से हैं, इंफॉर्मेशन, प्रोसेस और एनर्जी. तो स्पेसिफिकली टुडे आई वांट टू टॉक अबाउट सक्सेस इन कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स लाइक क्रैकिंग जेईई and NEET. So that is also attributed to the mind-brain algorithms, and more specifically to the frequencies at which mind-brain system is able to resonate and the efficiency of the mind-brain algorithm concerned with such a mind-brain system. So let's begin talking. So if you want to know in details more about the mind-brain algorithms, the emotions, the process, you can refer to my book. It's OST by Acharya Vishwan. You can Google it out, you can search it on Amazon, Flipkart, Notion Press. I also have the same video on YouTube, OST by Acharya Vishwan, in which I have discussed all the technicalities involved, mind as a system, brain as a system, and mind-brain as a system, how they communicate, how you can transform yourself for productivity, how you can be a better human being, how you can manage your mind-brain system to generate good output and earn name, fame, and money in life, and achieve omnipresent dimensions of success and pleasure in academic, professional, and spiritual dimension of life. So you can refer to these resources. Talking about these things, that when these 3 things combine, there are certain things called as the neural patterns. Mind-brain system is developing certain patterns. Just think about yourself. Till you were born to till now, you are continuously analyzing the information which is being received by you, the emotions which are being received by you through your 5 senses. And by analyzing that, you are developing certain sort of neural patterns. And these patterns form what you learn in life. So ultimately, what is the purpose of life? It's just development of certain neural pattern. Just ask yourself what you were doing an hour before, what you were doing 2 hours before, what you were doing 1 day before, 10 days before, 1 month before, 1 year before, 5 years before. You should be able to recollect data. So from where it is coming, and what is the mechanism that involves transfer of information from the past to the present and its use. So this explains mind-brain algorithms. They exist in reality, and in fact, at every moment, we are in a mind-brain algorithm which is developing further, which is the only purpose of life. Rest of all is use of emotions, energies, and we can explain in anything. But at the very neurological and psychological level, life is just a process to update the mind-brain algorithm. And success in life is all about the efficiency of those algorithms. So that's why it's important to think in terms of algorithms, in terms of frequencies, rather than in terms of the physical events, because physicality, what we see, is just a manifestation of metaphysical dimensions. More than 99.99% space in atom is empty. Ratio of nuclear and atomic radii is 10 is to power minus 5, atomic volume 10 is to power minus 15, which means most of the space is empty. There is nothing in that, but there is something. Nothing is also something, and that something is which produces the impact, which produces the physicality. As you might have heard of that, all the universe started from singularity. So all existed from nowhere. You don't know from where it existed. So that means our own inception of humanity, inception of universe itself is illogical as per the analytical brain. So there is involvement of metaphysical dimensions which are beyond the scope of analytical brain. And starting of universe itself, the Big Bang itself, it is said that, there was a single point. There was no space and time before the starting of Big Bang. There was a singular point that is called singularity, and out of a sudden it got busted. Things started getting developed, and it expanded in such a tremendous universe that we nowadays we witness that, and even today it's expanding. So the question comes is, from where that matter came into existence. So the answer to that is, everything was in form of energy, and singularity was the moment energy got transferred into mass, or the metaphysical dimension get transformed into the physical dimension. And this is for us also. You can see the body, you can see the brain, you can see the neurons in that, you can see the impact of them. But what is causing neurons to form certain patterns? What is it that is affecting our mood? What is it that talks to us? What is it that makes us feel that we are like this? So the mind, you say, the consciousness of the soul or the God, these are the metaphysical dimensions, and the first gateway is the human mind itself, which hints to existence of something which are beyond the physical dimensions and beyond the analytical brain. When you are not feeling happy, you love somebody, can you explain that logically? You hate somebody, can you explain that logically? Emotions comes first, then you make up a story to substantiate your emotion. But the thing is that mind is there, it plays a significant role, and it often dominates what you do in your life. So mind brain algorithm acts in us, it is within us, and whatever we achieve in life is because of the efficiency of those algorithms, and those algorithms involve information process and energy, and these together combine to form certain things called as neural patterns, and life is just a game of neural patterns. So let's move further. Now let's restrict our discussion to the case study of two students, student A and student B. Student A was able to crack a competitive exam like JEE or NEET, and student B was not able to crack it out. He failed in that exam. Both were teachers of the same student, so source of knowledge is same for both, A as well as B. But it is the pattern because of which A was able to get the output and B was unable to get the output. How we differentiate the two students? Both students, they were taught by the same teachers. They use same source of information. I assume this, but in spite of that, both of them give the different output. So that has something to do with the processing of the information by the mind brain system of the students. So it's the processing of information which differentiates, and that process involves use of patterns. Patterns of student A were better than that of B. He was able to optimally utilize his mind, brain, and the brain waves to form certain patterns which helped him to decode the patterns asked in the exams. Because you see, any exam is a testing of your mind brain system, that how effective is that your mind brain system. And if you want to crack any exam, you must be able to decode the patterns of the questions asked in the exam. So here the game is of decoding the neural pattern. It's like solving a puzzle. Suppose you are preparing for any exam, then what you are doing, you are trying to form mental patterns. And when you appear for the test, the reverse things happen. You have to decode the pattern asked in the questions. For example, let's take an practical example. Suppose you are being given a case that a rigid body, let's take the example, a disc, is placed on a smooth surface, and you apply a force F on it. Let's the height of the point at which force is applied is h. Now, is it possible that the disc can undergo pure rolling? And if yes, at what height you should apply the force? So if we solve this question, it requires a pattern. And the pattern involves that if I directly use the pattern, it's based on analysis of motion of the body. So the first thing is net force F plus Fs. I suppose that friction is over here. So I can say that F plus Fs is equals to mass into acceleration of center of mass. This is first equation. Then I write equation of torque. So I can write as Fh minus Fs into R is equals to I alpha. Then I write condition of pure rolling A is equal to R alpha. By solving these three equations, I came to the conclusion that Fs is equal to F h by r minus k square by r square by 1 plus k square by r square. This is one of the method to solve it out. Although we can take Fs as 0, then also calculate. But this can also be done. I want to show you that how patterns are important in decoding the situations and can help you in bypassing the unnecessary calculations and come to the point in a speedy way. So you just take friction as 0, so that thing will be 0. So this implies that h by r should be equal to k square by r square. For this, k square by r square is half. So from here we get h is equals to r by 2. So if I use this pattern that friction is equals to Fh by r minus k square by r square by 1 plus k square by r square, if I use this result, then I can solve questions within 5 to 10 seconds. So this happens with the smart students who are very clever. They learn the art of fetching the neural patterns out of what they are studying, and they fit that into their mind brain system and practice again and again by solving a number of questions. So it is the neural pattern which is significant, which is the output of what you are studying. See, you study for how many hours doesn't matter. The matter of concern is how many patterns you are able to retain. Your mind brain system is actively working. Whatever you are studying, its backup is made in your mind brain system. Those students who are able to retain it out, to tell to the other person what they are studying, they are called brilliant. They are able to crack competitive exams. They are able to enjoy name, fame, and money in life. But here is the mechanism by virtue of which mind and brain acts as a system, which plays the most crucial role. Point of concern is, my point here is, if we analyze A and B, both have brain of about the same mass. It's about 1400 gram in male and 1300 in female. So it's roughly the same. The composition is also same. The frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital lobes, everything is same, except for the qualitative difference between the two brains. And the qualitative difference involves the neural concentration. So that qualitative difference is something which is related to the performance in exams. And when you are working, when you are learning something, there is actually transformation of the brain, and that brain got transformation by taking emotions. You can say that something stimulated brain to work in a certain way. So if a student is studying, his brain is being transformed, and it can be shown by showing the the neural activity in the brain of the student. It can be easily shown by using EEG, that his vibrations are changing. The way he thinks, it is affecting his his heartbeat, it's affecting his blood pressure. So the thing is, if you observe the student A, he has followed a certain pattern to prepare, and that pattern or that algorithm was better than that of B. So here is my question, that if B would have followed the same pattern, B would have decoded the same neural pattern, is it possible that he could also perform in the very same way as A did? So if we eliminate exceptional cases, if we talk in general terms, it is the neural pattern or the mind brain system of the student which differentiates between a successful and unsuccessful student. And here the good thing is, if we can decode the art of developing those patterns which are needed to crack competitive exam or to have sharp problem solving skills, then certainly a poor performer can be made to perform better. And this is the central idea behind all this that I talk. So thing here is decoding the neural pattern and observing your mind brain system, making it strong and complex. It is very possible, and if you want to know more about it, you can search my book, as I already said, OST by Acharya Vishwan. It's available on Amazon, Flipkart, Notion Press. I also have videos on that. You can also search some of the videos like Secrets of JEE and NEET Toppers, Secret of NEET Toppers by Acharya Vishwan. There are many books also like AVA, the algorithm. If you are want to explore the metaphysical dimensions of life, and you want to know things beyond life, you want to know beyond your own metrics of the mind brain system, you can search my book Life Beyond Information, part 1 and part 2. Part 2 is more complicated, more complex. It's for the people who have decoded the fact that life is nothing but a transformation process. In life, there is only pains and griefs, which stimulates you to work better, to move to the next level. Life is just a video game of 7 stages. Everybody has to move ahead in life. So every relation, personal relation, professional relation, family relation, social relation, all are just to put you through illusions, through confusions, through dependencies. And the moment you realize that everything is based on give and take mechanism, everything is emotionally connected to you, trying to be better. Everybody is trying to make use of you to move ahead in life. So once you realize that, your concepts are crystal clear, and you can move forward in your journey without any expectation from anybody. So if you have reached to that level, if you have realized that, if it is known to you, then you can refer to my book Life Beyond Information Part 2, in which I have tried to uh, converge mythology, science, your string theory, or you can say that artificial neural network, which we call as AI, Upanishads, and I have tried to find the meaning, you see, that how things are related. And science is the basic process of knowing. Mythology is just a pattern to, say things in the form of a story, which can be comprehended by a common person. If we talk in terms of frequencies, ultimately universe is nothing but the game of quantum fields. If we observe the universe, it's the at the very you can say that the quantum level, there are strings vibrating with a certain frequency, and that vibration is of the quantum fields, which we call as the Parabrahma in mythology. So you, on one side you take mythology, on other side you take science. In mythology we say that in Hinduism that it is the Parabrahma out of which every three got originated. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh got originated from the Parabrahma itself, and these are the energies. Now just see the symmetry. Inside everything is composed of atoms. Any organism is composed of organ systems, organ system composed of organs, organ tissues, tissue cells, cells again DNA, RNA, then again atoms, then nuclei. Nuclei consists of proton, neutrons. They are comprising of quarks. They are comprising of strings vibrating with a certain frequency. So mythology as well as science, they are saying the same things, but in a different language, in a different format. So it is about how our mind-brain system responds to us, how we feel like. So mythology says that everything is the Parabrahma itself, and science says it is the quantum fields which contains everything. Everything is in the quantum fields. Every vibration that you see, every force, four of the fundamental forces: electromagnetic, gravitational, weak nuclear, strong nuclear. Everything is just vibration of the quantum fields, and everything is just a moving vibration. Even inside you, the way things are happening, it's just a game of vibration, frequencies, and energy. So if you observe in a nutshell, entire universe is nothing but you can say that the coupled oscillator, in which frequencies of the quantum fields are changing, and they are repeated. The patterns are repeated at the cosmic level itself. The universe is infinite pattern of the finite things. So it's very amazing to observe that the same thing, the same game of frequencies which are happening within you, the same energies, positive, negative, and neutral, which are within you, which you feel like, dominates the entire universe. Entire universe is comprising of a number of atoms acting together in a certain way, and they are dominated by positive, negative, and neutral things. You must be knowing that electron is negatively charged, proton is positively charged, and neutron is the neutral. And we say in Hindu mythology the Rajogun, Tamogun, and Satogun. So Rajogun corresponds to Lord Krishna, who maintain things. Tamogun corresponds to negative, or you can say the तामसिक प्रवृत्ति, जिसमें आपको गुस्सा आना, जितने भी नेगेटिव गुण हैं आपके अंदर, जो नेगेटिव शक्तियां हैं, वो सारी महादेव को समर्पित हैं। महादेव को समर्पित है, शंकर भगवान को समर्पित है। माना जाता है कि वो नेगेटिव एनर्जीज के लीडिंग है उसमें, मतलब वन ऑफ द, उनसे ही सारी तामसिक प्रवृत्तियां जन्म लेती है। और पॉजिटिव में कर लें क्रिएटिव, क्रिएटर द ब्रह्मा विच क्रिएट थिंग्स। सो दीज आर द नेम्स गिवन टू द एनर्जीज। अब हम गहराई से अगर सोचे, वी थिंक इन डेप्थ that what actually is a charge, how you know that electron is negatively charged, or how you know that proton is positively charged. So it's the quality, it's the the impact of that. Things were rubbed against each other and they got the property of attracting or repelling things. So charges itself is a property, is a manifestation of the quantum fields that creates energies, that creates force, by virtue of which things can attract or repel each other. That is what is definition of charge. So ultimate reality of life is everything is the variation of quantum fields in space and time, and time is the variation, you see. Time is nothing but the changes which are happening is the time in itself. And it is said that as per Shiv Purana that Lord Shiva is himself the Mahakala. He is the one and only who was omnipresent, who is omnipresent, and who will be omnipresent. And the process of creation and destruction has continued since time immemorial. The process of beginning of universe or the Big Bang has happened. You don't know how many times it has happened, and the entire universe is just like a movie. Things are being repeated in a certain way. It's very possible that I may be talking to you in so many ways at so many times. Because if you think beyond space and time, there does not exist anything. Whatever you see, from where was the beginning? There is no beginning at all. You just try to think beyond space and time. It is said that time started from the Big Bang, but their question can be asked, what was before the Big Bang? If we go through the analysis, analytical brain will say that there was nothing. But just try to observe things. Try to put yourself at that position, try to visualize that singularity had just started. So where was the entire universe at that moment? There had to be something, because without something nothing can come out. And that something may be physical or the metaphysical. So from my discussions onward, I just want to say that entire universe is a game of neural patterns, and if you want to achieve success, if you want to crack any competitive, you want to do anything, then the first thing is just work on your mind brain algorithms, just work on your mind brain system. Then you can achieve anything if your mind brain system is capable to resonate at certain specific frequencies. And always do consider the entire universe is a game of frequencies. Just decode the frequencies and get the game done. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you and have a nice day.